Hello, Lovelace. Welcome to our maths lesson for Tuesday, the 5th of January. Just going to open up our slideshow so we can see what is going on. There we go. So our objective for today is multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. Now, this is very much a recap. This is revising things that we have looked at or you have looked at before. So it's a chance for you to really, really impress me with just how much you can remember from before Christmas and maybe into last year. Okay. So here's some of the vocabulary that we're going to be looking at today. Multiplication. It's just the same as adding a number to itself a number of times. It's repeat addition. So for example, 3 times 3 is just the same as saying 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 3 lots of 3. In some of your word problems, as we work through the topic, you may come across the term product. Product is just another word for multiplication. Okay. So we have product, we have multiply, multiplication, times, lots of. There are all sorts of different ways of saying exactly the same thing. Right, so here's our first example. 3 times 27, or the product of 3 and 27, or 3 lots of 27. There's lots of ways of saying it. But it means 27 plus 27 plus 27. Or we can reverse it and say 27 lots of 3. So it would be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 27 times. So multiplication works in both ways. It's communicative, which means we can say 3 times 27 or 27 times 3 and get the same answer. Okay. So we can have 27 plus 27 plus 27 or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 27 times. If we look at our counters, this is how we represent it. So we can see on the first row, we've got 2 10s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. So altogether, we've got 27 there. That's then repeated on this next row. So we've got 27 here. And we've got 27 on the bottom row. So we've got 3 lots of 27. And if we then group those together, we'll be able to work out our total. So we count these up. We've got a whole 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's a group of 10 there. We'll take those and move them into the tens column. And we've got another group of 10 here. So we'll take those 10 ones, group them together, and create a 10. Okay, that just makes everything a lot tidier, a lot easier to count. So all together, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s and 1 1. So all together, we've got 81. Okay, so that demonstrates how we can use that repeat addition, 27 plus 27 plus 27. If we move on to this one, 3 times 42. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40. So there's our 40. And there's our 2 1s. And we've got that 3 times. Just pause the video now, have a think, and see if you can work out the total. Okay, moving forward, let's see what we've all got. There's only 8 1s there. We don't have a 10. So we'll leave the 8 1s alone, and then we'll come to the 10s. And you can see that we've got a group of 10 10s there. So the 10 10s make 100. Okay, so we'll take that group and give ourselves 100. Okay, so now we've got 2 10s left over, and we've got 100. So 100, 2 10s is 20, and then the 6 1s. 126. Okay. Now we can also write that, there's our counters, but we can write that in a formal method like this, okay, where we can see our 27 is at the top, our 2 10s, our 7 1s, and then beneath that in the ones column is the 3. So 27 multiplied by 3. And the way we do this is we start with our ones column and we say 3 multiplied by 7. Okay? 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. Okay? So we're going to put a 1 in the ones column and the 2 10s goes in the tens column. 21. Moving on. We're now going to do 3 lots of 20. Okay? 3 lots of the 2 10s. And 3 lots of 20 is 60. 0 1s and 6 10s. Okay? And all we do is we add these two values together. So start in the ones column, just simple addition. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then in the tens column, 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay? So we've got 81 using this written method. And we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tens, so 81 with our counters. 81 and 81. Two different methods, exactly the same answer. Okay. What about this one? Pause the video and have a go yourself at working this through. Remember, we always start with the ones. Okay, let's see what you've got. We're going to start with the 3 times 8 or 8 times 3. Remember, we can do it either way round. 3 times 8 is 24. So our 4 goes in the ones column, and then the 2 is in the tens column because that's 20, 2 tens. Okay. We're then going to look at the 3 times 60. Remember, this is in the tens column, so this is a 60, not 6. So 3 times 60, okay, which is 180. Now, an easy way to do that is to put in the 0, to put in the placeholder, and then because you've made your answer 10 times bigger with this place value, you can think of it as 3 times 6, which is 18. That works because you have made your answer 10 times bigger with this 0 placeholder. Okay, so 3 times 60 is 180. And then finally, we add through, starting with our zeros, or starting with our ones, 4 plus 0 is 4. In our tens column, 2 plus 8 is 10. So our 0 goes in the answer and we carry the 1, we carry the 10, and that comes into the hundreds column. And now we've got 1 plus the carry is 2. Okay, so 3 times 68 is 204. Right. Now I'd like you to have a go at these questions. I'll read through them and then you can pause the video and have a go yourself. Brett uses a place value chart to work out 5 times 32. So Brett has set up 32 5 times. If you've got someone available at home, talk about Brett's method. Try and explain it to them to show that you understand what he has done. Okay? And what is the final answer to his calculation of 5 times 32? And then, using Brett's method, using the counters, can you show me how to work out 6 times 34? Once that one is complete, have a go at number 2. This one is using the standard method. In this case, Rosie works out 4 times 37 using a written method. And you can see how she's worked through 4 times 7 is 28, 4 times 30 is 120, and then she has added the 2 together to get 148. Okay. Use Rosie's method, so use the written method to work out 6 times 28. Pause the video and have a go at those 2 calculations. And there's your answers. 6 times 34 will give you 204. And 28 multiplied by 6, using the written method, gives us 168. Well done if you've got those correct. Okay, so going back, 3 times 27, we started the lesson by looking at the counters. There's 27, 2 10s and 7 1s, 3 times. We looked at how to write it in a standard method, 27 multiplied by 3. We start with the ones. 3 times 7 is 21. So we can, for our 21, we can put our 1. For our 21, we can put the 1 in the 1's answer, but the 2 10s we need to carry across into the 10s. We're then going to do the 3 times 20, which is 60, but we've got 2 more 10s to add here. So we've got 60 and the 2 10s here, which gives us 80. And there we go. So 3 times 2 10s is 6 10s, plus the 2 10s we've carried gives us 8 10s. So this is a slightly more condensed version. It misses out those middle steps. Please include those middle steps if it helps you understand at the moment. As the week goes on, you will get more and more confident, and hopefully by the end of the week, we will be able to eliminate those middle steps and go straight to an answer like this one. Here's another one for you to have a go at. Try without the middle steps, but don't be afraid of putting them in if you're not sure. Okay. So 6 multiplied by 87, we put our 87 on the top, our 6 in the 1s. Now I'm going to invite you to pause the video and have a go at that one. Okay, so our first step is to look at the 1s, which is 6 multiplied by 7, which is 42. We put our 2 into the 1's answer, and we carry the 4 10s across underneath the 10s column. We need to include it, but we don't want to include it just yet. We then move to the 10s column. 8 10s multiplied by 6 is 48 10s. But we've got 4 more here, remember. So we need to add those on. So our 48 10s, remember 6 times 8 was the 48. So our 48 10s plus our 4 10s that we've carried gives us 52 10s, which fit nicely into the answer there. Okay. Please feel free to rewind and look at these explanations again as often as you need to. And finally for today, here's a selection of questions for you to have a go at. Okay, using the written method. Now it can be the expanded method, or it can be that condensed method that we finished with. Entirely up to you, whichever you're comfortable with. There are 6 questions there, and the number 5 is a word problem for you. Class 4 is selling tickets for a play. Tickets cost £5 per person. 56 tickets have been sold so far. How much money has Class 4 collected? Okay, so have a go at those. I look forward to seeing your answers. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.